This is TNA, the new face of professional wrestling.
You will defend the world heavyweight title. There will be 3 guys that will wrestle, eliminate each other to meet you later that same night. Mr. Money Brown, Diamond Dallas.
It's me.
Hey, the 3rd guy is none other than Kevin Nash.
What?
And now, from Stage 21 at Universal Studios at Universal Orlando Resort, it's total non-stop action wrestling explosion.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to TNA Explosion. It's JB, Jeremy Borash, along with the franchise, Shane Douglas. Happy New Year. It's our first Explosion episode of 2005, and what a program we're going to have for you today. Fasten your seatbelts for the next 60 minutes as we count down the days to Final Resolution. January 16th on pay-per-view, live and exclusively, another Sunday night epic event. We wowed him with Victory Road in November. Certainly we shocked him with Turning Point in December. Wait and see what we have in store for you. January 16th, and of course, we've built a track record already with our last 2 pay-per-views.
Absolutely.
Final Resolution, I can promise you, will be no exception. Fantastic matches, and of course, fantastic action from Total Nonstop Action. On the program today, we will find out what happened when the Hot Rod, Rowdy Roddy Piper, returned to the Impact Zone and the impact he made. Also on the program, as a result of what happened this last time out on Impact, it will be America's Most Wanted, getting a World Tag Team title shot at Team Canada at Final Resolution. In addition to that, how about this? Ultimate X, Petey Williams will defend against 2 men. We don't know who yet. We will find out. And the World Heavyweight title situation with Jeff Jarrett certainly looks to be heating up as well, Shane.
Jeff Jarrett's often liked to call himself the king of the mountain, the top of the hill, the best there is in wrestling, and he's certainly proven to be all of those things here in the TNA. But what he hasn't done is he's never gone into the ring in a match as big as he has at Final Resolution, not knowing the opponent that he has to face that night, and not having a game plan as a result of not knowing who his opponent is that night. You see, you got 7-foot-tall Kevin Nash, who is no stranger to winning world titles in this business. You've got Monty Brown, who's played in 2 Super Bowls, ladies and gentlemen. This is a tremendous, great athlete, capable of winning at any sport, particularly in the Impact Zone that night at Final Resolution. He could also become champion. And then Diamond Dallas Page, as you know, JB, once held world title gold around his waist. So all 3 of these men are a capable and formidable threat to Jeff Jarrett and his world title. Does Jeff Jarrett have a relaxing time sitting in his dressing room, fresh going into the main event, or is it better for him to have had that match early on, get those juices flowing, get the sweat going, get warmed up for that match, so to speak? For a guy like Monty Brown, I gotta believe that warming up, having that earlier match, if he can defeat Kevin Nash and Diamond Dallas Page, could certainly be a threat to that world title for Jeff Jarrett. Nash, Diamond Dallas Page, even the Vegas odds makers can't call this one.
Well, certainly the winner of that match, that 3-way match early on in Final Resolution, will go on to face Jeff Jarrett. It will be the Pounce versus the Jackknife Powerbomb versus the Diamond Cutter, all in one match. Winner will go on to face Jarrett that night. It will be a wild one, no doubt about it, at Final Resolution, January 16th, live and exclusively on pay-per-view. Want to mention real quick off the bat, at Total Nonstop Action Wrestling Impact, right now on the website, TNAWrestling.com, you can find out the brand new time where you can see Impact. Saturdays at midnight in most markets. Fridays still an hour later now than you're used to. 4 o'clock on Fridays in most markets. Check your local listings, though, for Fox Sports Net, where you can see Total Nonstop Action Wrestling Impact. We've got a huge show to get to today. On Xplosion, you're going to see all kinds of great action exclusively here today from Total Nonstop Action. Of course, we're going to have a little visit from the X Division champion himself, Petey Williams, later on as well. Here today on Xplosion.
Let's get it started.
Oh man, what a Final Resolution, what a pay-per-view it's going to be.
I know.
You know Heavy D, right?
I sure do.
Make sure he gets these papers.
I
okay?
will. Anything for you, Mr.
I got
Rhodes.
business
I'll
to take
do
care of. Okay,
anything.
hey,
Have a good day.
Hey, Trinity, yeah, let's go.
See you later, Mr. Rhodes. Take care. Excuse me. Bye, Mr. Rhodes. I love the hat, the boots. They're really working for you. Have a good day. Hello. Excuse me? I'm sorry, Trinity. Don't you have somewhere to be? Oh, you're not on the show.
Are you done sucking up yet? I see it's a little too late for that.
Listen, you seem to think you know what it takes to make it to the top in this business.
Nothing but hard work.
Yeah, like you've ever done that. Listen, you forget who the top dog in this business is, the #1 female. The name is Trinity.
Trinity?
Remember that.
Trinity. That's okay. I got copies of those papers. You have a good day, Trinity.
Here comes Johnny B. Bad and Sonny Siaki. Just a couple of weeks ago here on Impact, we saw those very opportunistic, as we call them, naturals, Chase Stevens and Andy Douglas. And yes, they defeated Sonny Siaki and Johnny B. Bad. But if you recall, Johnny B. Bad went to the top rope. He went for that bad move finisher. He went to hit it on Chase Stevens, but it was Andy Douglas who blocked him from outside, and he hooked Johnny B. Bad. That allowed the Naturals to get a win, and I know that Sonny Siaki and Johnny B. Bad are gunning for revenge.
Well, I'll tell you something. You could tell some good chemistry, though, forming between Siaki and Johnny B. Bad. And Sonny Siaki's another one to keep your eye on. He is invigorated. He's so glad to be back in that ring. This guy offers a lot of power. And then when you throw in the phenomenal AJ Styles and the veteran Johnny B. Bad, this is an incredible threesome that you see out there. Like you said, though, the big question is, can the Naturals and Primetime coexist? But we've got to talk about the triple threat at Final Resolution. Kevin Nash, the alpha male Monty Brown, and Diamond Dallas Page. It's going to be pin, submission, or over the top of the rope to be eliminated. The winner takes on Jeff Jarrett later on in the program. And think about how many different ways that can go.
Obviously, the most interesting aspect of the triple threat elimination matchup, which will obviously be before that world's title match at Final Resolution, is what if Kevin Nash was victorious? We would see Kevin Nash against Jeff Jarrett. We would see two of the kings of wrestling go head-to-head for the NWA World's Heavyweight title.
Oh, let's face it, Kevin Nash aligning himself with Jeff Jarrett and, of course, Scott Hall, but with the lure of the gold of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship, a belt that Kevin Nash has never held. Oh, that's too powerful. He'd have to go for it, wouldn't he, Mike?
I mean, I don't know. I'm not gonna talk for him, but you would certainly think so.
Oh, it's too prestigious not to. And I'll tell you something. You know that's in the back of Jeff Jarrett's mind. He's worried about it. He's got to think about that situation could happen. Not to mention DDP or Monty Brown. Oh man, wasn't even tagged in. Just takes a shot. Unbelievable. It's like he just had to take out his aggression on somebody.
Yeah, check this out. It's almost as if that frustration is just boiling over here. Primetime attacking both Johnny B. Bad and Sonny Siaki after you already just flung Styles down to the floor.
He's uncontrollable right now. Here he goes. Wow, what a spin move over the top of the ropes. Right into AJ Styles.
Wow is right. Slingshot into a twisting cross-body block.
Look at this, like the Naturals are trying to control him. I think they don't want to be disqualified right here. I mean, look at this.
Yeah, this situation is just boiling over. The frustration so evident. Oh, man, he never saw that one coming. Siaki laid him out with a clothesline.
You better believe it. Siaki took advantage. Right now, Andrew Thomas has no idea who's legal, who's what, who's who, as Siaki throws AJ back in the ring.
Great move.
And gets the tag on Johnny B. Bad.
Johnny B. Bad now, exploding with right hands for both Stevens and Douglas, and there's one for Primetime as well.
He's a bad man as he's got it right now. Nice boot. Here he goes.
Double him over with that boot, then the high knee lift, and there's one for Andy Douglas.
I'll tell you right now he's got Primetime in his sights. Oh, look at that. Nice move there by Johnny B. Bad. Just take Primetime over the top.
Really was
You got to be kidding me! Over the top of the rope, onto the rail. Siaki takes him down.
Clotheslines Douglas to the floor. Johnny B. Bad gonna go for Chase Stevens. Right hand to the side of the head. Check this out. He's gonna go for the bad move. This is exactly what went down a couple weeks ago.
There goes Danny Douglas trying to get up there in time, but he can't. Johnny B's got it. He's got it.
The Naturals tried to be opportunistic again, but this time it backfired.
It's the year-end awards. Make your voice heard right now on TNAWrestling.com for 2004 Tag Team of the Year. The nominees are Michael Shane and Kazarian, the 3 Live Crew, The Naturals. The New York Connection. Team Canada. Triple X. And America's Most Wanted. It's the year-end awards. Vote now on TNAWrestling.com.
Roddy Piper, it was great to have in the pit back on Impact last week.
Nothing like La Bamba for Christmas, huh?
And I understand that you are going to be a part of our final Resolution pay-per-view on Sunday, January the 16th.
Proud to be. Proud to be. I have been talking with the new DOA, Dusty Rhodes. American Dream, just the son of a plumber. And although we do have our differences, we have one common goal. TNA, NWA. To the top.
Speaking of Dusty Rhodes, he has fired Terry Funk from the championship committee. And the new committee will consist of Larry Zbyszko, Harley Race, and yourself.
You want to put me in charge?
That's Dusty's decision.
You want to put me in charge? You go ahead and put me. Are you out of your ever-loving mind? Huh? I'll salt the popcorn so they can drink more Coke. You put me in charge. I'd like to be on that board.
Now, in addition to the championship committee, I hear that Dusty Rhodes has named you as TNA's enforcer, a special law and order referee when he needs you.
Somebody has to reforce and have recourse. Somebody has got to carry that shillelagh in there and get things done. When everybody's standing around and nobody knows what to do, someone's got to get slapped upside the head, and who better to do the slapping than RP? I'd love to be an enforcer. Final resolution? Absolutely. There's a lot of stuff we need to get done. A lot of people I'd love to slap upside the head.
Roddy Piper, Happy New Year. It's going to be a great 2005 for Piper and TNA.
2005, and we're still alive. Look out, baby. Enforcer.
This year, my resolution is to become a better musician.
To improve my table manners.
To climb the corporate ladder.
To lend a shoulder to a friend in need.
Our resolution?
TNA Wrestling presents Final Resolution, live Sunday, January 16th on pay-per-view.
What's your resolution?
Right now on TNAWrestling.com. Order the 2 DVD box set of the best of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the best of America's Most Wanted for one low price. These incredible collections feature the best matches in TNA history of these amazing athletes. Order the 2 DVD box set of the best of the phenomenal AJ Styles and the best of America's Most Wanted. Order yours today.
Sounds to me like NWA Director of Authority, Dusty Rhodes has big plans for Roddy Piper and TNA in 2005.
As we see the fallen angel Christopher Daniels coming out here right now, all I can think about is one thing, and that's Ultimate X. You're looking at guys who are going to want to do everything they can to impress the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, to get themselves in that match and a shot at the X Division title. I asked Christopher Daniels, is that something you want? He says, you know what? I feel like I'm the best member of TNA that's never held that belt, and I want it back.
And there's no question that this X Division showdown between Fallen Angel Daniels and his opponent Michael Shane, coming to the ring by Kazarian as well as Tracy, is going to play a major part in who Dusty Rhodes puts into Ultimate X. Coming up on Sunday, January the 16th, at Final Resolution, we know one piece of that puzzle, Petey Williams. He's going to defend the X Division title. But who will Dusty name as the challengers for that incredible spectacle, that match with the steel cables high above the ring, and the championship belt, the X Division title, hanging in the balance?
Oh, you got that right. Michael Shane, the man who won the very first ever Ultimate X, is out there right now. He would love another shot at it, and I'll tell you what, this is going to be an incredible match. I mean, these are two of the best wrestlers in TNA, and Again, you've got to give Christopher Daniels credit. He didn't come out victorious at Turning Point, but what an effort that he put on with his former partner Primetime in the Six Sides of Steel. I just want to give him those kudos, Mike. It was just such a wonderful thing to see.
Important programming note, Impact moves to 4 p.m. on FSN on Friday starting January the 7th. And how about this, Don? You ready for this one? A replay of Impact on Saturdays at midnight starting January the 8th. Check your local listings. Also go to our website, TNAWrestling.com, for more details.
Well, think about it. So many of us work in the afternoon. This is your chance on Saturday night where you can make plans so you never have to miss Impact ever again.
You know, we position Christopher Daniels as the most accomplished X Division wrestler who has never worn the gold. And I think that's really a great way to put it into perspective because of the competition in the X Division. Yes, Michael Shane, a former X Division title holder. The belt currently around the waist of the Team Canada captain, Petey Williams, but all the stars of this very competitive X Division gunning for a shot in that Ultimate X as we see the interference by Kazarian.
Yeah, there's no call for this. I mean, it's just something. Oh, I'll tell you what, I like this. Referee by Posey, he's had enough. I think it just got to the point where he's getting tired of the interference. You got Kazarian out here, you got Tracy out here. Christopher Daniels kind of all by himself, but I'll tell you what, they sent Kazarian to the back. I like that move. Nice shot there, too. Kind of blindsided Michael Shane was Christopher Daniels.
Yeah, Michael Shane obviously distracted after he saw referee Mike Posey send his partner Kazarian to the back, and that allowed Daniels to totally turn this matchup in his favor.
I'll tell you what, Christopher Daniels has so much ability. This guy's so talented. So is the guy he's in the ring with, Michael Shane. Another guy to keep your eye on. Wow, great move there by Christopher Daniels.
Funny with that boot right in the face, follow cover, far leg hook. Only able to get a 2 count from referee Posey, however.
Look at that. Look at the determination on Daniels' face right now. I mean, he is just... He's also kind of like Primetime. He's in an element that he hasn't been in a while. You know, solo out there, and he just seems focused on the task at hand, doesn't he?
Yeah, very similar reaction to what we saw earlier in that 6-man tag. You're right with Primetime. Former partner in Triple X forced to disband after the loss of the Six Sides of Steel at Turning Point, and both men looking to make a name for themselves in singles competition at this point.
Wow, you saw right there Michael Shane coming back and just giving him some blows, but Daniels takes him right back down to the ground again.
Yeah, just overpowered him, took Shane down to the mat.
Oh, grabs him right there by the hair as he pulls him up. I mean, he's just... What's he going for? Is he looking for the angel wings right here?
Got the double underhook.
Oh, nice counter by Michael Shane.
And he had the first step of that move, but obviously Shane was prepared. He had scouted it. He was ready for it. He was able to reverse it and then follows up. Nice running clothesline.
Well, Michael Shane held the X Division Championship. I still believe at one point longer than anybody ever held it at one time. Nice move right there by Shane as he goes for the pin. Oh, Daniel just gets out of it in time.
Yeah, one fluid movement there by Shane. The belly-to-belly right into the pin attempt, but yet another near fall. Now Daniels taken up into the air by Shane, scooting a slam. Michael Shane, there you see Tracy at ringside. The secretary, by the way, of the NWA Director of Authority, Dusty Rhodes.
Boy, was she kissing up to the Director of Authority, wasn't she?
You think?
Oh, yeah. It's a good move, but I mean, can't blame her.
Shot to the head by the Fallen Angel. Daniels going to try and follow up. Shane perched up on the top rope.
Oh, nice move. Wow. Christopher Daniels showing his strength. I mean, think about what he just did right there. Took him by the head. Flipped him all the way over his back. And just levels him.
Just necktied him right off the top. Overpowered him down to the mat. Now Daniels going to try and shoot him off. Smart move there by Shane. Able to send him off, reverse it. Daniels is ready to come back. Powers him down. And the Fallen Angel is going to go for the BME.
He sure is. And he nails it. Wow.
Best moonsault ever.
No, but Michael Shane gets out of it. I think Daniels took too much time setting it up because there's no way Shane could have got out of that because he hit it perfectly.
Frustration evident in the reaction from Christopher Daniels. Thought he had him put away. He hit the BME. Oh, mid-ring collision. Both men go for the clothesline. Both men connect.
I'll tell you what, you got to give it to Michael Shane right here. I'd have to say Daniels has had the most offense. There's no quitting Michael Shane. He knows what's at stake. He knows, Dusty Rhodes is watching. He knows how important Ultimate X is.
Will one of these two individuals go on to final resolution? We see Tracy up on the apron with the distraction.
Well, it's a good move on her part. Wait a minute now! Michael Shane's got the advantage! Michael Shane had the advantage and Tracy didn't see it. She kept distracting the ref.
Oh, man!
Well, it cost Michael Shane right there.
Well, the interference backfired. Quick roll up, two.
Oh, no!
It really did backfire.
It backfired, and Shane is not going to be happy with Tracy.
Christopher Daniels scores the victory. Communication problems between Tracy and Michael Shane. Who's going to challenge for the X Division title? Ultimate X. It's January 16th. It's final resolution.
This year, my resolution is to become a better musician.
To improve my table manners.
To climb the corporate ladder.
To lend a shoulder to a friend in need.
Our resolution?
TNA Wrestling presents Final Resolution, live Sunday, January 16th on pay-per-view.
What's your resolution?
It was a night that changed the face of total non-stop action and was a turning point for professional wrestling. Now, you can own this full-size Turning Point poster commemorating this epic night in professional wrestling for just $10 plus shipping and handling. Log on to TNAWrestling.com to order yours today.
Hey, Chico, do you know any hits? Come on.
Oh, man! What a shot by Gardner. Took out Scott House. Gardner reached the Oh, man! Scott Hall asked for it, and he got it twice.
Well, Shane, certainly as we look ahead to Final Resolution, America's Most Wanted are the #1 contenders now for those NWA World Tag Team Championship, as we saw at Turning Point in the greatest steel cage match I've ever seen in professional wrestling, and thousands of fans agree. Greatest cage match in the history of this business. America's Most Wanted now look ahead to Team Canada and a shot at those NWA World Tag Team titles. Also, Petey Williams will step into the ring, defending the belt in the Ultimate X match. It's going to be high, Shane. That belt will be wired up between two cables, and certainly the only way to get to that belt, the only way to win the match is to scale the cables, climb the cables to the center of the ring, grab the belt, and come on down. It's an unbelievable matchup. We will see that. And in addition to that, Jeff Jarrett's going to face off against one of three men, the alpha male Monty Brown, Diamond Dallas Page, and Kevin Nash. Those three will have a match earlier in the show. Winner of that match will go on to face Jarrett later on in the night. Certainly, all in all, a huge, huge night. And taking a look at the decisions Dusty Rhodes making right now, certainly has his team in place, or so we thought with that championship committee, but it looks like some changes on the horizon.
You know, like a general manager of any great football team in the National Football League, any general manager likes to have his team in place, to put his stamp on the product, his team in the front office. Dusty Rhodes is no different here in TNA. He wants to have his team in his office. He wants to have his people in his corner. He wants to put his stamp on the TNA product. In order to do that, he's made changes to the championship committee. Out, bye-bye, is Terry Funk. In is the rowdy one himself, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Scuttlebutt around the dressing room, JB, is it? Don't stop there. That Dusty Rhodes is actually assessing the jobs of the living legend, Larry Zbyszko, and hell, even assessing the job of the legendary, the iconic, the best wrestler of all time in my book, Harley Race. I mean, Dusty Rhodes is going to assess Harley Race's job here in the championship committee.
He doesn't assess our job, Shane. I'll tell you this much. But one thing you can assess is that on January 16th, everything will be coming together for another huge night. Total Nonstop Action Wrestling has done 2 great pay-per-views on these Sunday nights. We had Turning Point, we had Victory Road. Unbelievable nights in professional wrestling. They're still talking about Turning Point.
And will for a while.
Coming up January 16th, we're going to do it again with Final Resolution. Certainly everything's in place for a huge night. The Ultimate X match, AMW versus Team Canada for the World Tag Team titles. One of those 3 men, the alpha male Monty Brown, Diamond Dallas Page, or Kevin Nash, will go on to face Jeff Jarrett later on in the evening for the World Heavyweight Championship match. And certainly that isn't all. It's all going to be coming your way January 16th, exclusively on pay-per-view with Final Resolution. Certainly when you take a look at Roddy Piper getting involved in what we saw happen this last Impact, You can bet Roddy Piper has some big plans for Final Resolution. He will be there as well. So much more coming your way. Final Resolution, January 16th, exclusively on pay-per-view.
Welcome back, everyone. Stage 21, Universal Resorts, Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. It's Mike Tenay and Don West, joined by Armando Quintero from our Spanish broadcast team in anticipation of a main event with Scott Hall one-on-one against Hector Garza.
Se hizo una llamada a América Latina. Queremos lo mejor que tienen que ofrecer y lo mejor es Hector Garza.
What he's saying is Hector Garza's not going to shy away from anybody. He wants Scott Hall tonight.
And it is main event time on Impact. And guys, I will never forget what went down last week on this broadcast when Hector Garza took the preemptive strike, when Hector Garza used the guitar to lay out Scott Hall.
Pero eso no se queda así, porque Héctor Garza sabe, tiene cuenta pendiente con Scott Hall, y Héctor Garza hoy le va a ganar a Scott Hall.
You can see right there, Scott Hall giving a little dig right there with Kevin Nash to the Mexican Hector Garza. Basically, I think a little tongue-in-cheek, making a little fun of him.
And here comes the opponent for Scott Hall, the Latino sensation, Hector Garza, headed to the ring. And when we return, we're going to have it in Spanglish, English and in Spanish. Scott Hall, Hector Garza. It's our main event. It's next. It's on Impact.
It's the year-end awards voting right now on TNAWrestling.com. For Best Finishing Maneuver, the nominees are Jeff Hardy, the Swanton; Jeff Jarrett, the Stroke; Petey Williams, the Canadian Destroyer; the Alpha Male Monty Brown, the Pounce; the phenomenal AJ Styles, the Styles Clash; Diamond Dallas Page, the Diamond Cutter; Abyss, the Black Hole Slam; Raven, the Raven Effect; It's the TNA Wrestling Year-End Awards. Vote now on TNAWrestling.com.
It was the blockbuster announcement last week on Impact when the American Dream's SD Rhodes, the NWA Director of Authority, laid it out for the NWA World's Heavyweight Champion Jeff Jarrett. Sunday, January the 16th is Final Resolution. We will see Alpha Male Monty Brown, Diamond Dallas Page, and most interesting, the third man in that triple threat elimination match, Kevin Nash, where the winner of that bout will challenge Jarrett for the NWA title. Wow, what an event Final Resolution is shaping up to be. And what if Nash wins the triple threat? And Nash faces Jarrett, two of the kings of wrestling, against each other?
Well, I'll tell you what, the way it's going to go down is pinfall submission or being thrown over the top rope. Jeff Jarrett screaming at us right here. Final Resolution! Wow. So much at stake, but think about it. The Alpha Male Monty Brown took Jeff Jarrett to the limit for the championship right here on Impact. And of course, we know the history between Jarrett and DDP in the past. So much at stake. So many great stars are going to be in that ring at one point with one goal. That goal is to meet Jeff Jarrett later on in the night in Final Resolution and take home the NWA World Championship gold.
Dusty Rhodes, you think you've got it all figured out, don't you? You think you have come up with the master game plan Resolution.
Sounds like a pretty good plan that he has. Wow, crowd showing their love for the King of the Mountain, aren't they, Mike?
Well, Dusty, you have your three-way dance, and I'll take on the winner. You put DDP in this ring. You put the alpha male Monty Brown in the ring. You put Big Kev in the ring. Dusty, stack the odds against Planet Jarrett. But I'll tell you one thing. Jeff Jarrett always, and I mean always, beats the odds.
And he's going to have to beat the odds January 16th at Final Resolution.
DDP, you're going to feel the bang all right. I'm going to bang you right back into retirement.
Wow.
And alpha male Monty Brown, Mr. Serengeti, didn't I just eat you on Planet Jarrett?
You won the match, but it was thanks to Hall and Nash.
As far
Absolutely.
as you go,
well, we're going to hear from Monty Brown.
Yeah, Mr. Serengeti, if you will.
Wah, 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 wah. Nobody wants to hear that crap, Jeff Jarrett, you blockhead. So why don't you do what Dusty Rhodes told you to do last week and shut up? At Final Resolution, something will be finally resolved. And that will be the alpha male Monty Brown becoming World Heavyweight Champion. No disrespect to Mr. three-time World Champ DDP. No disrespect to the Grey Goose, Kevin Nash. You've held titles everywhere you've gone. But that was then. This is now. The alpha male will go through Kevin Nash. He will go through DDP. And then just like all these people have been screaming for months and months, next world champ, next world champ, next world champ, next world champ, next world champ. When I'm done with them, Jeff, and it's just you and I, when it's all said and done, they won't have to scream that anymore. Because they'll only be screaming, the world champ, the world champ, the world champ, the world champ, the world champ. And Jeff, whoa. And Jeff, I'll tell you how I'm gonna do it. I'll be getting it done, so prepare yourself, Grey Goose, for the power.
Who will it be? Who will challenge Jarrett for the title? Monty Brown, DDP, or Kevin Nash? We'll find out January 16th at Final Resolution.
This year, my resolution is to become a better musician.
To improve my table manners.
To climb the corporate ladder.
To lend a shoulder to a friend in need.
Our resolution?
TNA Wrestling presents Final Resolution, live Sunday, January 16th on pay-per-view.
What's your resolution?
Shane, look what I found under my Christmas tree this last Christmas. The Ultimate X Collection. What a great gift it was, and certainly you can still get it at TNAWrestling.com. When you take a look at the Ultimate X Collection, this DVD has 2 great Ultimate X matches, the Super X Cup Tournament. Oh, so much stuff. Amazing Red's TNA Return. All that and more available on this one DVD, no doubt about it. TNAWrestling.com is where you check it out. I really brought this up because On January 16th, exclusively on pay-per-view, the Ultimate X match returns. And Shane, certainly this is the defining match of the X Division. It's the pinnacle. It's the match that set the standard, to set a new bar in the X Division. And it's a high-wire free-for-all known as Ultimate X, returning to pay-per-view on the 16th of January at Final Resolution.
You know, JB, one of the great things about being a franchise is you have a ton of connections in the business. And right now I'm going to exercise one of those connections by bringing in my dear good friends from up north, Coach Scott D'Amore and the X Division champion, Petey Williams.
Wow, what a surprise guest this is. Petey Williams, X Division champion, and of course, Coach Scott D'Amore. Coach, I want to ask you first, Final Resolution, going into this matchup, the Ultimate X matchup, your champion, Petey Williams, will face off. We don't know who his opponents are yet, but we certainly know he's on a winning streak as of late. But I want to bring up something. The Ultimate X match that's available on that very DVD I was holding up. This man entered the Ultimate X. It was Chris Sabin as well, and it was Hector Garza. Chris Sabin won the Ultimate X match. He's a great champion, but he is 0-1 in the Ultimate X.
Well, JB, let me start off with one thing. What the booking of this match proves to me is that the beating that I gave Dusty Rhodes didn't teach our director of authority anything, because it's obvious that he still holds deep in his heart all that resentment towards Canadians. Dusty, don't worry about it. You can only be what you are, an American. So hey, it may not be that good, but it's what you are. Live in it, revel in it, and just realize that you're not an athlete of today like Petey Williams is, the greatest, most dominant X Division champion in this company's history.
Wait a second. I'm not one to bust the party, Coach, but JB asked a legitimate question. He brings up a very legitimate point. X Division, some of the greatest athletes, not wrestlers on the planet, but some of the greatest athletes on the planet today. Petey, you certainly fit into that category, but there's some great competitors in the X Division. Sanjay Dutt.
Beat him.
Okay. Amazing Red.
Beat him.
Phenomenal AJ Styles.
Beat him.
Hail Sabin.
I beat Sabin. We all witnessed that at Turning Point. Hey, Sabin, you were so worried about countering the Canadian Destroyer when I told you specifically that I had more than one move up my sleeve. Or in my trunks, maybe.
Yeah. That one move was pulling out the brass knuckles. I saw that. Certainly that was not the Canadian Destroyer, and certainly not the counter of the Canadian Destroyer. That was just right out of the Coach D'Amore playbook, if you will. But certainly, Petey Williams.
It works.
Wasn't a chain, though.
The past is the past, my friend. The future is coming up. Final Resolution, January 16th. We don't know who your opponents are yet, but certainly Ultimate X match. Coach, got to ask you, what advice are you going to be giving into this guy going in to one of the biggest matches of his career, certainly with Ultimate X, January 16th, the Final Resolution?
My advice to Petey Williams is going to be very simple. It's going to be the same advice I've given him since day one here. Expect no favors and expect them to throw everything at you. Because since the day that he walked into this company, since the day that I walked into this company, all that the officials here have done is try and throw roadblocks on our road to success. And Petey Williams has overcame every one of them. And January 16th, Final Resolution, Ultimate X, it's going to be Canada and Petey Williams' ultimate victory when Petey Williams shows once again why he is the class of the X Division.
All right, make sure and tune into that one. It is coming up January 16th exclusively on pay-per-view. That man, Petey Williams, defending the X Division title in the Ultimate X.
It's the year-end awards. Make your voice heard right now on TNAWrestling.com for 2004 Tag Team of the Year. The nominees are Michael Shane and Kazarian, the 3 Live Crew, the Naturals, the New York Connection, Team Canada, Triple X, and America's Most Wanted. It's the year-end awards. Vote now on TNAWrestling.com.
Hail the King. Another title shot to the band. You see, you wouldn't understand about things like this because you've never had a title shot. Hey, we'll talk when I pick the spot.
What an egomaniac.
What a pompous halfwit. Man, he's just disrespecting you, Eric. He's treating you like a lowlife. He's treating you like a worthless piece of scum.
It's me. It's DDP.
Ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to epic 3-hour Sunday wrestling pay-per-views, TNA has raised the bar. Victory Road in November, Turning Point in December, and Sunday, January the 16th, Final Resolution. And this man, Diamond Dallas Page, at Final Resolution, will be one of 3 individuals in a triple threat elimination matchup. Yes, it will be DDP, the alpha male Monty Brown, and Kevin Nash to square off, where the winner that same night will go on to challenge Jeff Jarrett for the NWA World's Heavyweight title.
I'm going to tell you something. The crowd has embraced DDP here at TNA like nothing I've ever seen. You see Diamond Cutter signs all out the crowd.
What's up in Orlando? You know, guys, there's 2 reasons why Diamond Dallas Page came back to professional wrestling and chose to come here at TNA. And number 1 would be to get the chance to wear the gold again, to get that NWA World title. And the second most important reason that Diamond Dallas Page came to TNA was to have fun. I mean, I love hanging with the boys in the back, going having a beer afterwards, you know? And there's nobody I love to do that more with than one of my best friends on the planet, Eric. And I don't mean Eric Bischoff. I mean Eric Watts. So Watsy, they want to hear it. I want to know it. What happened, my brother? Come on out here, man. Come on out here. Let's get it face to face. You know I love you, man. Hit his music. Hit his music. Bring him out here.
DDP calling out Eric Watts. Donald, I'll never forget it at Turning Point. We had Eric Watts right at our broadcast table. And I felt...
Wait a minute. Look at the ring right there. As I call him Raven's henchman, his druids, or whatever you call them.
Yeah, that's my presumption as well. These 2 individuals with the black hoods. We saw them at Turning Point. Raven's goons with the attack on Diamond Dallas Page's DDP. Wow! He was calling out Eric Watts. Clothesline for one. There it is. Spinning discus clothesline for the other.
You can see the fire in DDP, knowing that you're going to get a shot at the World Heavyweight Championship. Wait a minute. It is Eric Watts.
What?
So who's the other one?
Whoever
it is, it's Raven.
Oh, attack from behind, but Page sends him out. Don't turn your back on Watts.
Oh, Diamond Cutter.
He hit the cutter on Watts. Raven bails out to the floor. Raven asking for a microphone.
Jim Page, that's the kind of guy you are. You want to solve things with Watts, and then you diamond cut him. Page, I would set you on fire just to light my cigarette. You're a peddler of false dreams and a snake oil salesman. Look what you did to him. You ruined his private life. Now you ruined him publicly, Page. You're a scumbag. You're a disgrace. You're a two-faced man. And you're gonna pay, Page. You're gonna pay, Page.
What's Raven's part in all this?
Maybe not later, but soon, and for the rest of your life. Quote the Raven. It's nevermore.
Wow.
Why is he stirring the pot like that?
DDP, I don't know, Page hit the cutter. If he does that at Final Resolution against Nash or Monty Brown, he might get the shot at Jarrett for the NWA title.
This year, my resolution is to become a better musician.
To improve my table manners.
To climb the corporate ladder.
To lend a shoulder to a friend in need.
My resolution?
TNA Wrestling presents Final Resolution, live Sunday, January 16th on pay-per-view.
What's your resolution?
This has been a presentation of TNA Wrestling.